जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्रीमद् हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्रीमद् हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्यामकुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामयी की यमुनामयी की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी देवी की कलयुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की। All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नम ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I am very grateful and happy to be amongst all of you this morning. I feel very humbled to sit here in front of so many devotees and several Prabhupada's disciples also, and our beloved His Grace Amarendra Prabhu and many of you. Yet I feel very grateful and happy to speak some Hari-katha, as I have learned from the books of Srila Prabhupada and many of his sincere followers. And I am grateful to His Grace Aditya Narayan Prabhu for not only coordinating this retreat along with his team and also setting the mood of what Rasa-Cintāmaṇi is and how we are supposed to be more prayerful and aspire to come one step closer to Krishna by coming together and discussing Hari-katha like this. Very grateful to the organizers of this Rasa-Cintāmaṇi and very grateful to His Grace Amarendra Prabhu for coining this beautiful title Rasa-Cintāmaṇi, the touchstone of nectarian mellows, such a beautiful name. Honestly, I came here primarily to hear His Grace Amarendra Prabhu. That's my main product. A byproduct is I am also speaking some Krishna Katha. I keep hearing him, but it's online. But face to face, very difficult to hear unless he comes the other side of the globe or I come on this side of the globe. Although we are on two sides of the globe, we have one common interest, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, that is Shastra. And that's what brings people together. And friendships or Vaishnava relationships centered on Krishna Katha are very sacred. Centered on Krishna Katha, centered on Krishna Seva, they bring us more closer to each other more than any other reasons for coming together. As you see in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th chapter, 10th shloka. Anyone knows? Atma ramasya manayo nirgrantha apyurukrame kurvanti ahetukim bhaktim itham bhuta guno harihi. So even great Atma Ramas also, and self-satisfied sages and thoughtful munis also become very enlivened by hearing Krishna's qualities, nectarian qualities, and they perform devotional service, ahituki bhakti. So this shloka was spoken in the context of Suta Goswami glorifying Sukadeva Goswami. So in the next shloka, Sutta Goswami says, Harer gunakshipta matihi bhagavan badarayani adhyagan mahadakhyanam nityam vishnu janapriyaha. Harer guna akshipta matihi. By hearing the qualities of Lord Hari, guna akshipta matihi. Our Sukadeva Goswami's mind became completely captivated and immersed in the nectarian descriptions of Lord Hari's qualities. Harer gunakshiptamatihi. Bhagavan badarayanihi adhyagan mahadakhyanam. And this Sukadeva Goswami studied Srimad Bhagavatam Mahadakhyanam, which is written by his own father. And Nityam Vishnu Janapriyaha. He became very dear to all Vishnu Janas. Vishnu Janas means devotees. So Sukadeva Goswami became so dear to all the devotees of Krishna. And all the devotees of Krishna became very dear to Sukadeva Goswami. Why? Because his mind is captivated in the nectarian descriptions of Lord Hari, Lord Krishna. Right? So the message here is, when we discuss about Lord Hari, when we develop some attraction towards the qualities of Lord Hari, that brings us closer to other devotees. That acts as a wonderful catalyst for Vaishnava relationships, Vaishnava friendships. And when we come together with Krishna Katha in the center, we start appreciating each other for each other's attraction towards Krishna's qualities. Right? Yes, we may appreciate other devotees for their talents, abilities, skills, experience, charisma, eloquence, so many other reasons, right? Their singing abilities, their managing abilities, their artistic abilities, that's wonderful. But when we are able to appreciate other devotees and love other devotees for their love for Krishna, that's the best appreciation. So all the other skills and talents are actually engaged in the service of the Lord. And more than getting attracted to the skills and talents, let's get attracted to their intention, the purpose, the emotion behind exhibiting those skills in the service of the Lord. And the intention is to serve Krishna, to love Krishna. And when a devotee speaks Hari-katha, how much the devotee loves Lord Hari is revealed. So when we develop appreciation for other devotees, for their love for Krishna, for their appreciation for Krishna's qualities, that appreciation is on a spiritual plane, right? So this kind of forums where we come together and discuss Krishna Katha and exhibit our love for Krishna or develop our love for Krishna, that's an opportunity to come closer to each other also. We come closer to Krishna by hearing Krishna's qualities on an individual plane, and we also come closer to each other by appreciating each other's attraction for Krishna also. So our movement is not just like this, our movement is like this, right? We come closer to Krishna by coming closer to each other, right? So when Krishna is not in the picture, when people start appreciating each other for whatever qualities they have, so the movement is like this. We are coming closer to each other. But when we are disconnected from devotees, we are only chanting and hearing without association of devotees. We may attempt to come closer to Krishna like this, hopefully. But when we are trying to discuss Krishna Katha with each other, with other devotees, our appreciation for them increases and our appreciation for Krishna increases. So our movement will be like this. We are coming closer to Krishna while coming closer to each other. So Krishna Katha is a wonderful way of building Vaishnava relationships, apart from many other ways. So when we genuinely develop appreciation for other devotees, for their love for Krishna, that's on the spiritual plane. On this plane, there is no difference of opinion as such. Right? When we are speaking glories of Lord Hari, so the possibility of differences of opinion will reduce. Anyways, so with this little prelude and my expression of gratitude for this opportunity to come here and speak some glories, and more than that, hear some glories of the Lord from Prabhu. Let me just speak a few words in this inaugural session. words of glorification of Lord Krishna's glories. Now, I was requested by the devotees, especially Adityanarayan Prabhu and Amrinder Prabhu, to speak about the glories of Lord Gauranga. And Prabhu will be speaking the glories of Lord Krishna. So he will do Krishna Katha, I will do Gaura Katha. So when Gaura and Krishna come together, so the possibility of getting attracted to both of them, same Lord, in two different forms. So that's even more. So I'm very grateful to receive this opportunity. So I will speak. Why is it required to come together and discuss Krishna Katha like this? We already discussed a little bit, but let me go a little deeper into this. You can try to recite this shloka after me. Amnaya abhyasananyaranya ruditam vedavratanyanvaham मेदश्चेदफलानि पूर्तविधयः सर्वं हुतं भस्मनि तीर्थानामवगाहनानि च गजा स्नानं विना यत्पद द्वन्द्वान्धोरुह संस्मृतिं विजयते देवः स नारायण. In the Mukundamala Stotra, Kulashekar Alvar says, Amnaya abhyasanani aranya ruditam. Amnaya abhyasana means studying different Vedic literatures. It is like Aranya Ruditam, means Aranya Rodana, crying in wilderness, crying in the forest. If somebody is traveling and somehow manages to wander in a forest and he doesn't know where to go, no GPS, no Google Maps, so he's lost, he only cries. So our studying of scriptures is like Aranya Rodana, or crying in wilderness, if we don't remember Krishna. As we know from the Vedic literatures, Smartavya satatam Vishnor Vismartavyo na jatuchit Sarve vidhi nishedhasyur etayor eva kinkaraha. Means Smartavya satatam Vishnoho. Always remember the Lord and never forget the Lord. These two statements are the essence of all Vedic literatures. Right? So ultimately, all our spiritual practices should culminate in remembering the Lord forever. Always. Right? Always remember the Lord. So this shloka also highlights the importance of coming to that essence of remembering the Supreme Lord. Always. Otherwise, if we don't end up remembering the Lord always, then our scriptural study is just crying in the forest. Aranya ruditam. Amnaya abhyasananyaranya ruditam vedavratanyanvaham medaschedafalani. Vedavratani. So in the Vedas, so many vratas are mentioned, prescribed. So many different kinds of vows are prescribed. If you just follow all these vows, rules and regulations, without remembering Krishna, it is just an exercise to reduce bodily fat. Right? You may follow so many austerities, so many vratas, but that will only end up reducing the bodily fat, which is good on the bodily plane. But ultimately, the purpose of following all the vratas is to remember Krishna. Right? As he says, our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur quotes this shloka. Aradhito yadi hari tapasa tatah kim naradhito yadi hari tapasa tatah kim antarbahir yadi hari tapasa tatah kim nantarbahir yadi hari tapasa tatah kim. What's the use of tapasya if you are not doing aradhana of Lord Hari? And what's the use of tapasya if you are doing aradhana of Lord Hari? So it's not to minimize the importance of austerity, but to emphasize the importance of remembering the Lord, worshipping the Lord. Right? So this shloka also says, Medaschedafalani purta vidhayaha sarvam hutam bhasmani. Purta vidhayaha sarvam hutam bhasmani. Means you may follow. Purta vidhayaha means many other different kinds of prescriptions of worship or austerities described in the scriptures, it's like pouring oblations into ashes if you don't remember Krishna. Portavidhaiha. Next, Tirthanam avagahanani chagaja snanam vinayat pada. Tirthanam means you go to different holy sites, holy places of pilgrimage. That is as good as an elephant bath if you don't remember Krishna. So all our austerities, all our scriptural study, and following different kinds of vratas, and even going to different places of pilgrimage, all this will not be effective or meaningful or purposeful or fruitful if we don't remember Krishna. Dvandvam bhoruha samsmritim vijayate devassa narayana. Dvandvam bhoruha. Just remember the lotus feet of Lord Narayana. 2 lotus feet of Narayana. That should be the ultimate result of doing all these activities. So we came together. So we took off for 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We are utilizing this long weekend to come together and discuss and hear Hari-katha for about 6 hours in a day. And remaining time, you can interact with each other as Aditya Narayan Prabhu has suggested. Start sharing with each other. In every session, at least learn 3 lessons and 1 question, right? Good. A target is also given. May not be 3, it can be 30 also. When Narayan Prabhu speaks, he will not restrict to only 3 lessons. It can be 30 or 300 also. So let us, at least 3 lessons if you can remember, 3 points, and discuss with each other. That will help us appreciate each other for our love for Krishna and enhance our own personal love for Krishna, right? Appreciating other devotees and appreciating Krishna. So now, there is another beautiful shloka from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Yatredyante katha mrishtah trishnaya prashamo yatah nirvairam yatra bhuteshu nodvego yatra kaschana yatra narayanah sakshat Bhagavan yasinam gatihi samstuyate satkathasu mukta sangaihi punaha punaha yatra idyante kathamrishtaha. Wherever devotees come together and discuss Hari-katha like this, trishnayaha prashamoyataha. The first effect is all our trishnas, material hankerings, are destroyed. Only when our material hankerings are destroyed, only when we don't have any material desires, we'll be able to really relish Krishna Katha. Right? Nivritta tarshair upagiyamanaha bhavaushadhat shrotra manobhiramat ka uttama shloka gunanuvadat puman virajyeta vinapashughnat. Nivritta tarshaihi. Those who are completely satisfied in their material hankerings, they will be able to really relish Krishna Katha. But how to mitigate those material hankerings? Here Krishna Katha. So this is process also and this is the goal also. The process is to hear Hari-katha and the goal is to continuously hear Hari-katha. Right? So yatredyante katha mrishtaha trishnayaha prashamoyataha. When we hear Hari-katha, the first effect is our hankerings are satisfied. Second, nirvairam yatra bhuteshu. Nirvairam means we will not be envious of each other. We are here in this material world, struggling and suffering 3-fold material miseries, mainly because there is envy in the heart, lust in the heart, many anarthas in the heart. To destroy that envy in the heart, we have to hear Krishna Katha. So, nirvairam yatra bhuteshu, by hearing Hari-katha, all our envy will be destroyed. Then third, nodvego yatra kaschana, na udvego. Udvega means anxieties, different kinds of tensions, stress. No stress, no anxiety when we come together and discuss Krishna Katha, right? Anxieties are eradicated. Then finally, yatra narayana sakshat bhagavan yasinam gatihi samstuyate satkatha samukta sangaihi punaha punaha. We will establish a relationship with Sakshat Narayana. We'll be able to connect with the Lord. We'll be able to establish our relationship with the Lord. These are 4 effects as described in these 2 shlokas from the prayers of Prachetas in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. First,
a small acronym for you, if you can, if you wish to remember it. H, hankerings are satisfied. E, envy is destroyed. A, anxieties are eradicated. R, relationship with Krishna, Narayana, is established. I'm not very good at creating acronyms, but somehow it just manifested in the shloka itself. So these are 4 benefits of hearing Hari-katha. Rukmini Devi, when she was in her palace in Vidarbha, she did not see Krishna, but she heard about Krishna from so many visiting sages and Brahmanas, especially Narada Muni. Just by hearing about Krishna, Rukmini Devi developed so much of attraction towards Krishna, she fell in love with Krishna that she wanted to marry Krishna only and no one else. Without the experience of seeing the Lord, she fell in love with the Lord just by hearing about the Lord. So when we hear about the Lord, very sincerely, very attentively, we will develop love for the Lord. As simple as that. That's why in the first canto also it's mentioned, Yasyam Vaisruyamānāyam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhaktirutpadyate Pumsaha Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. Yasyam Vaisruyamānāyam, when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, when we hear Hari-katha, Krishne Paramapurushe Bhaktirutpadyate. Bhakti, love for Krishna, devotion for Krishna is invoked in the hearts. So the way of developing love for the Lord is to hear about the Lord. And Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says in that commentary, Bhakti Utpadyate actually means Prema Utpadyate. So we'll develop Prema. Bhakti is Prema. Prema Utpadyate Pumsaha Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. And Shoka is gone, Moha is gone, Bhaya is gone. Shoka, lamentation about the past. Moha, illusion about the present. Bhaya, fear about the future. All this will be destroyed by hearing Hari-katha. So Rukmini Devi fell in love with Krishna and she writes a letter to Krishna. Probably the first ever love letter written by a girl to a boy. Right? She writes, Shritva gunan bhavana sundara srinvatam te nirvishta karna vivaraihi haratongatapam. Shritva gunan, my dear Lord, I have heard about your qualities. Bhavana Sundara, and she is glorifying the Lord Krishna as Bhavana Sundara, the most beautiful person in the entire universe. She never saw. How did she know that Krishna is the most beautiful in the entire universe? Because Sritva Gunan, she has heard. You will be able to understand and appreciate Krishna's beauty just by hearing, not only by seeing. Right? And that hearing will give you opportunity to see one day. Therefore, we need to hear Hari-katha. Also, the Brahmana Patnis, the wives of these Brahmanas, ritualistic Brahmanas, they could hear about the Lord from some vegetable sellers, fruit vendors and other people. And that's how they fell in love with the Lord. As soon as these Brahmana Patnis heard from these little cowhead boys that Krishna is very nearby, he's very hungry, he needs some food, can you please provide some food? So they collected all the food items, whatever they have at their home, and they ran towards Krishna, although their husbands and family members were restricting them, stopping them. They ran. How did this eagerness to see Krishna develop? Just by hearing about Krishna from bona fide sources. When you hear about Krishna from bona fide sources, automatically your heart will just run towards Krishna. Just like Ganga flows towards the ocean, although there are so many obstacles on the way, like mountains and hills and forests and cities and towns and villages, still Ganga somehow manages to find her way towards the ocean. Similarly, a devotee only thinks about Krishna. The thoughts of a devotee, the feelings and the emotions of a devotee just simply flow towards Krishna by hearing about him. Madguna shruti matrena mai sarva guhashaye manogatir avichinna yatha gangam bhasombhudau. Madguna shruti matrena, just by hearing about the qualities of the Lord, mai sarva guhashaye manogatir avichinna. The manogati means the movement of the mind of a devotee just flows towards the Lord. Avichinna, without any obstructions. Yatha gangam bhasombhudau, just like Ganga flows towards the ocean. That's how these ladies, simple Brahmana Patnis, are running towards Krishna. How? Just by hearing about Krishna from simple vegetable sellers and fruit vendors. Who speaks Hari-katha is not that important. I mean, according to some social status, only I will hear from wealthy people, I will only hear from scholars, I will hear only from Brahmanas. That's not the thing. Do they have love for Krishna? If they have love for Krishna, and when they speak out of love, although they don't have eloquence, although they don't have intelligence, although they are not coming from aristocratic backgrounds, still that will have an impact on our consciousness when we hear from bona fide sources. And a bona fide source is one who has some genuine devotion to Krishna. Right? So, the power of Krishna Katha is that even Krishna becomes attracted to Krishna Katha. When Rohini Mata was describing Krishna's Vrindavan pastimes with all the queens of Krishna, Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra, they heard this Krishna Katha, Vraja Katha, and they manifested these forms of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. So the forms of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra, whose Rath Yatra we celebrated very recently, is a testimony for the power of hearing Hari-katha. In fact, it's glorifying the power of hearing Krishna Katha. Even Krishna falls in love with his own Katha because of its absolute nature. So, one more effect of hearing about the Lord. Sa uttama shloka mahanmukhachyuto bhavatpadambhoja sudhakananila smritim punar visprita tattva vartmanam kuyoginam no vitaratya lambaraihi. Sorry, you can also recite. Sa uttama shloka mahanmukhachyuto bhavatpadambhoja sudhakananila smritim punar vismrita tattva vartmanam kuyoginam no vitaratya lamvaraihi. Sa uttama shloka mahanmukhachyuto. When the glories of Lord Uttama Shloka are being emanated from the mouths of Mahan devotees, Bhavat Padam Bhoja Sudha Kananilaha, the sound vibrations emanating from the mouths of devotees carry the saffron dust particles of the lotus feet of the Lord. The Lord's lotus feet are present in the hearts of devotees. And when they speak, the dust at lotus feet of the Lord comes from their heart through their mouths. And that will enter into our ear holes. And through that sound vibration, Krishna will enter into our hearts. And he will sit there only. He likes to be arrested there. Right? Now, one important effect that I want to highlight in this shloka is Smritim punar vismrita tattva vartmanam. Please meditate on the third line. Smritim punar vismrita tattva vartmanam. Tattva. What is the tattva of jiva? Jivera swarupa hai Krishnera nitya das. Our real tattva is we are servants of Krishna. Vismrita tattva. We have forgotten that. Many conditioned souls in this material world, they have forgotten that they are servants of Krishna. Vartmanam, they are wandering in this material world. They are doing some Brahmanda Brahman. So for those conditioned souls who have forgotten that their real identity is to be servants of Krishna, Smritim Punar, hearing from Krishna's devotees will revive that remembrance. When we hear from Krishna's devotees, our remembrance of our own original spiritual identities as servants of Krishna is revived. To remind ourselves of our real identities as servants of Krishna, we have to hear Hari-katha. Now, one last point. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiriditam kalmashapaham shravanamangalam Srimadattatam bhuvi grinanti ye bhurida jana. I will not describe the whole meaning of this shloka. I think the next 1 hour will go into that. Just one line, one word, Shravana Mangalam. Shravana means hearing. Mangalam means auspiciousness. Hearing Krishna Katha, nectarian Krishna Katha, will cause great auspiciousness. Vishnu Chakravarti describes. How does Krishna Katha create auspiciousness? Why Krishna Katha is glorified as Shravana Mangalam here? Krishna Katha creates auspiciousness in 2 ways. Krishna Katha makes the ultimate goal of Krishna Prema attractive and attainable. These are the 2 ways in which Krishna Katha creates auspiciousness. Only when we hear Krishna Katha from bona fide sources, we will aspire for Krishna Prema. Why there is Why people are aspiring for so many things in this world? They want name, fame, prestige, and power, position, money, beauty, all this. Why they are aspiring for so many things? Even while practicing bhakti also, sometimes the aspirations could be for public attention, for fan following, or so many other non-devotional aspirations creep into picture. Why? Because there is no pure discussion of Krishna Katha. When there is pure description of Krishna Katha, that will make the goal of Krishna Prema attractive. Otherwise, many other goals will become attractive. We become attracted to so many unnecessary goals, but Krishna Prema is not sufficiently attractive. Why Krishna Prema is not sufficiently attractive? Because there is no sufficient Krishna Katha, pure Krishna Katha. So Krishna Katha will make Krishna Prema, the goal of Krishna Prema, very attractive. Yes, I need to aspire for this goal. When we sincerely speak Hari-katha, hear Hari-katha, we will be inspired to aspire for Krishna Prema. Otherwise, we will be inspired to aspire for many other non-devotional goals. So that's how Krishna Katha is auspicious. One way, to make the goal of Krishna Prema attractive. Second is to make the goal of Krishna Prema attainable. Sometimes some goals are very attractive. Oh, I want to get this, you get excited. But oh my God, I can't reach it only. It's too far from me. It's attractive from a distance, but I don't think I will be able to reach this. But Krishna Katha will make that goal of Krishna Prema attainable also, not only attractive. If you just present this product, this very attractive, and you get attracted to it, but how can I get it? Again, Krishna Katha only. So in short, Krishna Katha creates auspiciousness in our lives by making the goal of Krishna Prema attractive and attainable. Right? That's why it is Sravana Mangalam. In the Mukundamala Stutra again, Kulashekaral verses. Vyamoha prashamaushadham munimano vritti pravrityaushadham. Daityendrartika raushadham tribhuvane sanjeevanaikaushadham. Bhaktatyantahitaushadham bhavabhaya pradvamsanaikaushadham. Shreyah praptika raushadham pibamana Sri Krishna divyaushadham. The word Aushadha comes so many times in this shloka. How many times? Homework. Don't count now. It's a short session. So in short, the medicine of Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha acts like a medicine. In the previous shloka we have seen, Tava Katha Amritam. So Krishna Katha acts like Amrit, nectar. And Krishna Katha also acts like medicine. So medicine that cures the material disease. Vyamoha prashamaushadham. So when we hear Krishna Katha from bona fide sources, all our attraction towards this material enjoyment is completely destroyed. Vyamoha prashamaushadham munimano vritti pravrityaushadham. This is also connected to Sravana Mangalam in one sense. Right? Munimano vritti pravritti aushadham. When we drink the medicine of Krishna Katha, we will aspire for Krishna Prema. We will not aspire for other things. Daityendrartika raushadham tribhuvane sanjeevanaikaushadham. There are so many daityas, not outside, inside. In the form of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamatsarya. When there is kama inside the heart, if it is fulfilled, then there is lobha. I want more, I want more. If it is not fulfilled, there is krodha. There is anger. So fulfilled kama, fulfilled lust leads to greed. And unfulfilled lust leads to anger. Then it doesn't stop there. If your lust is fulfilled, your desire is fulfilled, and others' desire is not fulfilled, there is pride, mada. We feel better than others. If a sense of superiority complex. And if your kama, your desire is not fulfilled, and others' desire is fulfilled, you feel envy, matsarya. Right? You feel very envious. Oh, how their desires are fulfilled, my desire is not fulfilled. And to have that kama itself means we are having some moha. Only because of illusion we have this. Therefore, kama is the root cause of all anarthas in one sense. And all of the anarthas are another form of lust only. So, this is the real daitya. Kama yesha krodha yesha rajoguna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma vidhiyena yaha vairinam. The real vairi, the real enemy for all living entities is the kama inside. Daityendrartika raushadham tribhuvane sanjeevanaikaushadham. When we hear Krishna Katha, when we drink the medicine of Krishna Katha, the disease of kama in the heart is destroyed. In our childhood we used to have this advertisement, Vicks advertisement. So somebody has some cough or cold, something like that, and they drink this, they take this Vicks, the triangle medicine. I don't know how it's bona fide or not, but I'm just sharing some advertisement which I have seen in my childhood, some cartoon advertisement. So they take this medicine and inside there's some kich kich. And that is shown as a demon, a 2D comical demon, and he got scared, right, because his medicine is coming from top. So the kama inside, the krodha inside, the moha inside will also feel like that. Oh, Krishna Katha is coming inside. So from 2 years, from 2-year-olds, Krishna Katha is flowing inside, and local, whatever kama krodha is there in the heart, they feel little scared. They get destroyed, right? So like that, Shreyaha prapti karaushadham pibhamana Sri Krishna divyaushadham. Please drink this nectar of Krishna Katha. Please drink this medicine of Krishna Katha. Generally, medicines are not like nectar. Ayurveda medicine, if you see, you have to boil it. Say you take half-liter milk, boil it to 250 ml, right? And then drink it. Oh my God, it's so kadwa. It's so bitter. But here is a medicine. There is no restriction on the quantity. You can drink as much as you want. It's not like 3 doses in a day or 2 doses in a day. You can take as many doses as possible. And it's very sweet. That medicine, that's very effective, very sweet, and you can take unlimited quantities. What other medicine is there in this material world that has these properties? Only Krishna Katha. So after glorifying Hari-katha in general, based on various other scriptures, let me come specifically to Chaitanya Leela. The topic that's given to me is to speak about Gauranga Mahaprabhu's glories. Shruyatam shruyatam nityam Giyatam giyatam mudam Chintyatam chintyatam bhakta Caitanya-caritamritam. Shruyatam shruyatam nityam. Please hear Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, Caitanya-caritamrita every day. Giyatam giyatam muda. Also glorify Mahaprabhu's pastimes, muda, with great happiness. Chintyatam chintyatam bhaktaha. Don't just hear and speak. Contemplate on them. Meditate on them. Try to develop a deeper bonding with them. So this is the request of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in CC. Further, he says, Caitanya-caritra likhi suna ekamane Anayase pabe prema Sri Krishna charane. How many of you want to develop prema for Lord Krishna's lotus feet? Then let's hear Caitanya-caritamrita. Caitanya-caritra likhi. Kaviraj Goswami is saying that I am writing Caitanya-caritamrita. Suna ekamane. Please hear attentively. If you hear anayase, very effortlessly, pabe, you will attain prema Sri Krishna charane. Love for the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. He is giving a promise. Caitanya-caritrayai amritera sindhu Karnamana tripta kare yara eka bindu. So Caitanya-caritamrita is like Amritera Sindhu. It's an ocean of nectar. Karana, mana, tripta kare. Ears are satisfied, heart is satisfied. Yara eka bindu. Just hear a drop of Caitanya-caritamrita, heart is satisfied, mind is satisfied. Further he says, Caitanya-caritamrita nityakarapana Yaha haite premananda bhakti tattva jnana. Caitanya-caritamrita nityakarapana, on a daily basis, regular basis, please drink the nectar of Caitanya-caritamrita. Yaha haite premananda bhakti tattva jnana. We will attain the bliss of love for Krishna, and bhakti tattva jnana will also be equipped with knowledge about Krishna bhakti. So this is what Caitanya-caritamrita can do to us when we hear sincerely. So now with this prelude about the glories of hearing Krishna Katha in general, Chaitanya Leela in specific, let me discuss Gaura Tattva. Someone has to tell me time. What's the time now? 8:51. I was told 9 o'clock. 9 more minutes. We'll discuss Gaura Tattva, and if afternoon we'll continue. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriter Hladini Shaktirasmad. Ekatmana api bhuvi pura deha bhedau gatau. Chaitanyakhyam prakata madhuna tadvayam chaikyamaptam. Radha bhavadyuti subalitam naumi Krishna swarupam. So this shloka very eloquently explains Gaura Tattva. Who is Gauranga Mahaprabhu? What is his identity? Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Hladini Shaktirasmat. All the pastimes of Radha and Krishna are manifestations of Krishna's internal spiritual potency, Hladini Shakti. Ekatma, now they are one. Radha and Krishna are one. Api bhuvi pura deha bhedau katau. But since time immemorial, they have been manifesting themselves in the forms of Radha and Krishna. Although they are one, they manifested in two forms. One male form, one female form. But again they became one. Chaitanyakhyam prakata madhuna tadvayam chaikyamaptam. In the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they again have become one. How did this combination happen? What is the speciality of this combination? Krishna only accepted the emotion and complexion of Radharani and became Chaitanya. That's what is mentioned in the last line. Radha bhavadyuti subalitam naumi Krishna swarupam. Radha bhava means the emotion of Radharani. Dyuti, complexion of Radharani. Naumi Krishna swarupam. It's Krishna only. Mahaprabhu is Krishna only, but in the form of, in the complexion of Radharani with the emotions of Radharani. So, of all the types of ecstasies or happinesses we can experience in this world, the greatest happiness one can experience is in the emotion of being a servant of Krishna. Even Krishna aspires to experience that emotion of being a servant of Krishna. Krishna probably takes more pleasure in being a servant of Krishna more than being Krishna. That's why in the form of Vatapatra Shayi, he is trying to suck his own toes. Why my devotees are so attached to my lotus feet? Why my devotees are constantly like bumblebees moving around the lotus of my feet? Let me taste the madhuryata. And he started sucking his own toe in the form of an infant baby. That is Vatapatra Shayi. But he is not satisfied with it. Just by sucking the toe is not sufficient. I have to actually adopt the emotions of a devotee. I have to completely imbibe those emotions, exhibit those emotions, experience those emotions. Who is the best of all devotees? Radharani. Okay, let me accept her emotions. Then he became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Radha bhavadyuti subalitam naumi Krishna swarupam. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is non-different from Krishna. Krishna is most beautiful. If there is anyone who is more beautiful than Krishna, that is Srimati Radharani. Just imagine, if that Krishna accepts the complexion of someone who is more beautiful than him, how beautiful he would be. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is glowing in golden complexion. He is covered by the beautiful complexion of Srimati Radharani. And he doesn't wear ornaments also. He looks very beautiful. What are the ornaments of Lord Chaitanya? Sveda, Ashru, Pulaka, Kampa, Tahate Bhushan. Sveda, his perspiration. Ashru, his tears of ecstasy, tears of love for Krishna. Pulaka, his goosebumps, hair standing on end. Kampa, his trembling when he is chanting Harinam Sankirtan. So, these are the real ornaments of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, there are three reasons why Krishna appeared in this world. Although we all know this, but still, because next 3 days we are discussing Gaura Katha, the first session we'll remember Gaura Tattva once before entering Gaura Leela. Shri Radhaya Pranaya Vikritir, Shri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrisho Vanayaiva. स्वाद्यो येनाद्भुतमधुरिमा कीदृशो वामदीयः सौख्यं चास्यामदनुभवतः कीदृशं वेति लोभात् तद्भावाढ्यः समजनिशची गर्भसिन्धौ हरिन्दुः. In short, Krishna became very curious to understand the extent of love that Radharani has for himself. Shri Radhaya pranaya mahima ki drishovana eva. What is the mahima? What is the greatness of Radha's love for me? Krishna wanted to understand. That's the first reason. Second, svadyo yena bhuta madhurima ki drisho vamadiyah. Krishna wanted to understand the extent of his own sweetness, his madhurima. Just as sugar does not know how sweet sugar is, only the person who is tasting sugar understands how tasty sugar is. Similarly, Krishna cannot experience his own sweetness as much as Radharani experiences. It is devotion, it is bhakti, it is love that helps us relish Krishna's qualities, relish Krishna's sweetness. And the greatest relisher is Srimati Radharani. Someone who has diabetes or some other health problem cannot experience sweet, cannot handle sweets. And even if someone who is very healthy also, they can take only these many sweets, not too many. They will get indigestion problem. But someone who is extremely healthy, they can drink half liter rabdi also, have no problem. Right? Similarly, when we are in good spiritual health, we will be able to chant more, we will be able to hear Krishna Katha more, we will be able to relish all the Krishna conscious activities more. Good spiritual health. So, one who is able to relish Krishna's sweetness and Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam, is in the highest platform of Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, we get bored. Oh, how long the Katha will go? Breakfast time. Our Katha will go only for 5 minutes more, but in general, we may not be able to relish, we may become restless. Otherwise, you see, there's another shloka. नामानि प्रणयेन ते सुकृतिनां तन्वन्ति तुण्डोत्सवं धामानि प्रथयन्ति हन्त जलदा श्यामाणि नेत्राञ्जनं सामानि श्रुतिसस्कुलिं मुरळिका जातान्यलङ्कुर्वते कामानि वृतचेतसामिह विभो नाशामि न शोभते. The meaning of this shloka is very exciting. नामानि प्रणयेन ते सुकृतिनां तन्वन्ति तुण्डोत्सवम्. The real utsava, the real celebration of years of a devotee is the holy name of Krishna dancing on their tongues. Namani pranayena te sukrutinam tanvanti tundotsavam dhamani prathayanti hanta jalada shyamani netranjanam. Now if you apply this shloka to Srimati Radharani's real ecstasy of her tongue is to have Krishna's name dance on her tongue. And the real ointment or the kajal on Radharani's eye is Krishna's beautiful form, blackish form, Radha Golokananda's form. The beautiful blackish form of Radha Golokananda is the real ointment of Radharani's eye. Then what is the ornament of her ear? The real ornament of ear is Krishna's flute song. Shamani shruti saskuli muralika jatanyalankurvate kama nivrita chetasami havibho nashami nashobhate. The real ornament of Radharani's ear or any devotee's ear is Krishna's flute song or any glorification of Krishna. And if only we make the ecstasy of our tongue the holy names of Krishna, the decoration of our ear, the vibrations about Krishna's glories, and the decoration of our eyes, Krishna's beautiful form, then kamani vrita chetasam, we will not be affected by any material desires. So we should be able to make Krishna's form the greatest object of our vision, and Krishna Katha the greatest object of our hearing, and Krishna's holy name the great ecstasy for the tongue. Then we will not be affected by material desires. Coming back to this shloka, First, Krishna wanted to understand the greatness of Radharani's love. Second, Krishna wanted to understand the extent of his own sweetness that Radharani is experiencing. Third, Saukhyam chasya madanubhavatah kidrisham veti lobhat. Krishna also wanted to understand what is the greatest experience of Srimati Radharani. What is the Saukhyam? What is her happiness when she serves me? Because she experiences 10 million times more happiness than me. I am the recipient of the service. She is rendering service. She is doing all hard work. But her happiness is 10 million times more than my happiness. Krishna becomes curious and also becomes intrigued. I want to experience that happiness. Therefore, Tadbhavadhyah samajanishachi garbha sindhau harinduhu. So he entered into the garbha, entered into the womb of Mother Shachi. Just like moon, Indu, came from Sindhu. Sindhu is ocean. Moon is Indu. So just like moon came from the milk ocean when the devatas and the demons were churning. Similarly, in this context, Sachi Mata's womb is considered to a Sindhu and Gauranga Mahaprabhu is considered Indu. He is the Gaura Chandra, he is the moon, Gaura Chandra, who appeared from the ocean of Sachi Mata's womb with these three desires. But these are internal reasons, confidential reasons, Krishna's private reasons. But there is something more generic for especially conditioned souls to connect with. That is this. Anarpita charim charat karunaya avatirnaha kalau samarpitam unnata ujjvala rasam svabhakti shriyam harihi purata sundara dyuti kadamba sandipitaha sada hrade kandare spratavaha sachinandanaha. So Sachinandan means Krishna also appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the purpose of distributing Krishna Prema, for the purpose of establishing Yuga Dharma, to make all of us chant Krishna's names, and with absolutely no distinctions, he is just distributing just Krishna Prema and Krishna Nama to everyone. Chirada dattam nijagupta vittam svaprema nama amritamatyudaraham apamaram yo vitatara gauraham Krishno janebhyastamaham prapadye. Chirat adattam. For a long time, the Lord has not bestowed this special gift of Krishna Prema upon the people of this world. So, the Lord wanted to give that to us. Svaprema namamritam ati udaraha. Ati udaraha means he is extremely magnanimous. Out of his magnanimity, he wants to distribute Krishna Prema profusely, without any discrimination, without any discretion. So that Prema is bestowed through Nama. Svaprema nama amritamatyudaraha. The easiest process is chanting the names of the Lord. And the greatest goal is attaining Prema for the Lord. So Mahaprabhu is giving us the greatest gift through easiest process. Svaprema nama amritamatyudaraha. Atyudaraha is extremely magnanimous. Apamaram yo vitatara gauraha. He is giving to the most pamara, most fallen people also. Krishna janebhyastamaham prapadye. This Gaura and Krishna you should combine. Gaura Krishna. So let us offer obeisances to Gaura Krishna, who is distributing Krishna Prema to everyone profusely. Adbhuta dayalu chaitanya adbhuta vadanya. Aiche dayalu data loke nahi suni anya. Sarva bhave bhajaloka chaitanya charana. Yaha haite pave Krishna prema amrita dhana. Adbhuta dayalu Chaitanya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is wonderfully magnanimous, compassionate. Adbhuta vadanya. There is no one who is more compassionate than him. Here, Krishna is most merciful, all of us know. But devotees of Krishna are more merciful. So Krishna is most powerful and devotees are most merciful. But when power of Krishna and the mercy of a devotee combines with each other, that is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is most merciful and he also has all powers of Krishna also with him. He is as powerful as Krishna and is as merciful as a pure devotee of Krishna. You see the combination. So that is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Adbhuta dayalu. Aiche dayalu data loke nahi suni anya. Just chanting the holy names of the Lord, which is the easiest and simplest process. And here you have Krishna Prema. Although people perform so many austerities, so many vratas, they may not be able to see a trace of Krishna's lotus feet even within their meditation. But here Mahaprabhu is enabling the living entities of Kali Yuga, human beings of Kali Yuga, to attain Krishna Prema just by chanting Krishna Nama. Sarva bhave bhaja loka chaitanya charana. Therefore, please worship the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. Yaha haite pabe Krishna Prema Amrita Dhana. Krishna Prema Amrita Dhana. Krishna Prema is the nectarian treasure, the real wealth. So you will attain that real wealth. Prema namadbhutartha shravana pathagataha kasya namna mahimnaha. There's a quiz at the end. So you need to remember all the shlokas. May not be shlokas, the message of the shlokas. So this shloka describes 4 gifts that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us. We began our session with 4 benefits of Hari-katha. Now let's conclude our session by remembering the 4 gifts that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us. This will be the last shloka. Prema namadbhutartha shravana pathagataha kasya namna mahimnaha. Koveta kasya vrinda vana vipinamaha madhurishu praveshaha. Kova janati radham paramarasa chamatkara madhurya simam. Ekas chaitanya chandraha paramakarunaya sarvamavischakaraha. Prema nama adbhuta arthaha. The wonderful goal, purpose of our life is prema, Krishna prema, prema pumarto mahan. So who has emphasized that this is the goal of your life? It is only Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who introduced this goal to our life. So otherwise people had so many other goals. Most people were aspiring for the goal of liberation, mukti. But Mahaprabhu said, no, there is Panchama Purushartha. Beyond these 4 Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, there is a Panchama Purushartha, that is Prema. Aspire for that. It is only by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grace that we are introduced to this first gift, which is goal of life is Krishna Prema. First gift is Prema. And how to attain that gift? First gift. Follow the second gift. Nama. Shravana pathagataha kasya namna mahimnaha. Whoever has ever heard the mahima of Nama in enabling us to attain Prema. So, Nam is our second gift. Actually, Nam is the first gift. I am just going by the chronology of the shloka. So, by chanting Nama, you will get Krishna Prema. So, Mahaprabhu has given us one gift, which is setting our goal as Krishna Prema, introducing this goal of Krishna Prema to all of us. Second is, he also introduced to the sadhana. The process of attaining that goal is Nama. So, Prema and Nama, 2 things. Third gift. Koveta kasya vrinda vana vipinamaha madhurishu praveshaha. Whoever could have understood the nectarian melos of Vrindavan without Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emphasizing on it. He personally longed to go to Vrindavan for a long time. Especially after taking sannyas, he was just longing to go to Vrindavan. And he also sent his warriors, his soldiers like Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami to go excavate all the whole places, write books about the glories of Vrindavan and erect places of worship. So Mahaprabhu introduced us to the nectarian melos of Vrindavan. Third gift. Nama, Prema, Vrindavan Dhama. Nam, Prem, Dham. Last is Radharani. Kova janati radham paramarasa chamatkara madhurya simam. Who could have ever understood that Srimati Radharani is the limit of conjugal rasa, madhurya prema. Mahaprabhu especially established the glories of Srimati Radharani through the conversation he had with Ramananda Rai. Right? So, Ekaschaitanya Chandraha Parama Karunaya Sarvamavishchakaraha. With his great karuna, Mahaprabhu gave us these 4 transcendental gifts, Nama, Prema, Dhama and Radharani. But to access the 3 great gifts, we should begin with Nama. So only sincere chanting of Krishna's Nam will enable us to appreciate the glories of Vrindavan Dham, not artificially purchasing a ticket and going there. Prabhupada says Vrindavan is a state of consciousness. You cannot purchase a ticket and go to Vrindavan. We cannot artificially enter the higher realms of Radharani's qualities and Har Tattva without chanting the names of the Lord sincerely. And what helps us chant the names of the Lord sincerely? Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada harihi. By genuinely cultivating humility, by not considering oneself greater than anyone else, by genuinely cultivating this humility, which is sunichatva, then also tolerance, sahishnutva, then respecting everyone, manada, and not expecting respect from anyone, or complete freedom from false prestige. These are the 4 qualities that enable us to chant Krishna's names, Hari's names constantly. Kirtaniya sada harihi. And then Prema, Dhama, then Radharani. So these are a few thoughts in this first appetizer talk. It's only a trailer. The real katha is going to come at 10:30 by His Grace Amarendra Prabhu, Krishna Leela. I will not reveal. I think he kept it suspense till now. What your yes? 10:30 we'll directly hear. He'll speak about Krishna, but which pastime of Krishna we'll hear from him directly. I will not break the suspense. Thank you very much. Shri Caitanya-caritamrita ki jai, Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.